Now, in a relatively short period of time, we've made a lot of good headway with modifying this 23 Jeep Gladiator that I just picked up. And we've got a lot of visual mods done to it, and it's starting to look really good. Wheels, tires, grill, we got tube doors, right? We got a whole bunch of stuff that we've done, but there's one thing that still really bothers me about this Gladiator. Now, one of the things I'm not a big fan of with the Gladiator is this rear tailgate. So specifically this Jeep emblem. I just don't really like the way the Jeep emblem looks. It just kind of looks too small. It almost looks kind of dorky. So I want to fix that, and there's already some cool solutions in the aftermarket, and I'm going to show you guys what we got. So what we ended up going for are these large letter badges. Now this one's from Limitless Parts, and it was around $100, so it's pretty cool. You can get these things in all kinds of different colors. So for mine, I just went simple black with the orange to kind of match this whole Mojave theme and just have a little bit of orange accent. So these things should be pretty simple. The hardest part's going to be probably getting off the old Jeep badge, and then you're just going to kind of lay these things out. And what they give you on this set is you get a 1/2-inch letter spacer. So basically you're going to kind of space all the letters out, you know, something like that. Obviously it's not spelled right, but that's all you'll do. You kind of do that, line them all up, and they'll all be lined up at the top. So it's going to look pretty sweet. So first things first, let's get the old badge off. Now for this part of the job, it's going to help if it's hot outside. We've got a pretty warm day today, so that should help getting this stuff off here. If you have fishing line is usually the preferred method. You just kind of take some fishing line, you kind of get it in there, and you just start jimmying it back and forth. It still takes some muscle, some work, but that'll get it right off. Now, I don't have any fishing line. I may have to run to the store and get some, but I'm just going to try to kind of pry these things off. I did bring a razor blade, which I'm almost thinking too, this is a really sharp blade. I may be able to kind of sneak this in and get it close right behind here and not damage the paint. So I'm going to experiment for a minute. We'll kind of see where we get. All right, so pulling this off or trying to use this razor blade, the razor blade was a little bit too sketchy. So I did get some fishing line, and we're just going to go ahead and start getting that off. Now, if you have access to your heat gun and you can plug your heat gun in, that'll probably help you too. That's probably going to make things go faster. I may end up doing that too. So, oh, let's see. Now, like you guys just saw, what worked the best for us is the heat gun. So definitely get your heat gun, spend 30 seconds to 1 minute for each letter heating it up, and then your fishing line will go just right through it much faster. So it's definitely not possible, I would say, without fishing line and your heat gun. And then from this point, it's just going to be a matter of, you know, removing all this crap. You can kind of do it by hand. I do have some Goo Gone and then also isopropyl alcohol, so we'll use that to clean off the Jeep once we get this done. So we're going to get this off and then get on with it. So as you guys are seeing, the heat gun makes just really quick work to get this stuff off. So this is the way to go. Just have your heat gun set on low, and then you'll be good to go. This is quick. Now, when you're taking these letters off, be careful too. If you're going to try to reuse these things or sell them, I let my kid, she was helping me, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but this ended up, she had the heat gun on high and ended up kind of messing up the vinyling on the letter, which we don't really care. I'm probably just going to hang these up in the garage. But the other cool thing is the reason why I went with Limitless, well, one of the reasons when I was first looking at their website, I was kind of toying with the idea of doing custom letters. So those guys not only offer custom colors, but you can also get custom lettering, so you can get anything you want, you know, that would fit on the back of the Jeep here. So I was kind of going back and forth, and then ultimately I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get the regular Gladiator. But that's something that I don't think all the companies do, so that's kind of a cool thing with those guys. And then their product, laser cut from 1/8-inch acrylic, so should be pretty durable, should last a long time. So I just hit this with the isopropyl alcohol, and that took all the little nasty stuff, the outline crap that was on there, took it right off. I mean, it took 30 seconds. So this whole process so far from start to finish, I've been out here maybe 10 minutes or so. It's so very fast. So don't be intimidated. You know, again, heat gun, fishing line, this stuff comes right off. Very, very simple. Now the hard part, I guess, or the scary part is we got to make sure we get this all lined up looking good. All right, so I messed around with just kind of laying this out because, again, with this kit, they just give us this half-inch little spacer for between the letters. Some of the other kits out there I've seen, they have like cardboard templates that go all the way across, so you can just kind of tape that thing up and then drop the letters in, which would make it easier. But for this one, I'm pretty sure, well, I verified, but basically the I on here is just going to should go right in the middle. We just have to verify that the letters do cover up these holes. But the I should go in the middle, and then I measured from this edge of the I to the edge of the G. We got about 21 inches, and then same thing from the edge of here to the edge of the R, 21 inches. So this is kind of perfectly in the middle. Some of the kits are different where I've seen where the I is kind of offset, either left or right. I can't remember, or maybe there was differences. So I think it just depends how big these letters are, depending on which company you go with and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to just kind of probably tape our I in place, and then let's just do a quick mock-up and just see if these look like they cover the holes. If they do, I'm cool with that, and then we can just start. I'm thinking once we get the I in place, it's going to be pretty easy to just kind of put the spacer in and keep going. The other thing to note is I measured the half-inch spacer from this point of the T. So basically from here to here versus originally I had it like here to here, but that spaced it too far out where this was like a whole extra inch wider. So then it wouldn't be, you know, it wouldn't be level across the back. So this looks a lot better. This is how we're gonna rock with it. All right, so what I did so far, I mocked this up right in the middle. Our two letters left and right, they do fit over the hole, so we're good to go there. And then I just drew a line of where, where the factory letter was, I measured earlier. So from the edge of the tailgate up to where the bottom of that letter was, it's 9 5/16. So that's where I kind of made my line. All the letters are going to be the same on the bottom except for the G and the R, right? They stick down a bit farther. So we're not going to worry about those, but at least that way we can get this I put in place, and then we'll just start going left to right. Just try to keep it straight. All right, guys, here's our finished product. So kind of like you guys saw me doing, I almost just kind of winged it. I was originally planning to like put some tape to help me, but really with that little half-inch spacer, I was able to just, you know, kind of put it here and then stick this edge and then just kind of put it across the top and stick it. A couple times I did have to unstick a few of the stickers and put them back. These things are stuck on there hardcore, so there's never going to be a problem with these things coming off for sure. But I think it turned out great, turned out awesome. This is probably, even if you go really, really slow, take your time, this is no more than about 30-minute job. So it is pretty quick to do. I'm pretty stoked. I think that this looks a lot like the Rams. Like if you look at the back of the Ram pickup trucks, they've got those big block letters, very similar to this. So I just think it looks cool. It looks a lot cooler, a lot more, you know, looks like a man's truck, you know, and not just, you know, duck Jeep or something. I don't know, but I really dig it. I think the orange kind of picks up the orange in the bumper. Super, super stoked. So we're really happy with the way this turned out. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out some of the other videos we have, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.